Hello, church family. I'm Eric, one of the pastors here, and this is your weekly update. Before I get at some of the details, I just want to thank you for the grace that you've given us as leaders of this church as we try to figure out how do we function as a church now that we can't actually gather together. There's some trial and error, some new things that we're trying, things that we're tweaking. So thanks for your grace and your patience with us for that. And thank you also to those of you who've provided us with feedback. It's hard for us to judge what's helpful and isn't without hearing from you, so please do keep the feedback coming. All right, in this update, there's two big buckets that we're going to be looking at. One are some brand new things we're going to put into place that will hopefully be a support for you. And second, just a few other resources to remind you of. So first, some brand new things. Vince and Kirsten Black would love to support you and your marriage if you're married. Here, with the stay-at-home order, husbands and wives are spending a lot more time together probably than what we're used to, and that's creating some new dynamics and probably some new strains and some new stresses. So if you'd like to spend some time with Kirsten and Vince over a Zoom call, just processing and talking through some of these things, email Vince, and he'll be able to set something up for you. They're going to have some time set aside on Monday evenings. His email address is vince, V-I-N-C-E, @thetownchurch.org. There's also a message that went out on CCB about this. It has some more other details as well. The second brand new thing that's going to be starting is a men's Bible study. Now, this was in the works long before COVID-19 came into Colorado, but now that it's here, we can't obviously meet in person, but we still want to start. So we're going to start on Sunday, April 19 at 7 o'clock, it'll be about an hour, about 7 to 8 p.m., and we'll start on the Zoom platform. Our very own Ryan Rillo is going to be heading this up, and we'll have various men lead different weeks as we go. We are eventually going to read through the entire Bible in 18 months. It should be a fantastic time to be together as men. There will also be a message going out on CCB with some more details about this men's Bible study. The last newish thing I'd like to encourage you to do is share with me stories of God's goodness as you experience them. I'd love to read them, and I'd also love to encourage other people with them if you're comfortable with me sharing them. You email them to me at Eric, E-R-I-C, @thetownchurch.org, and let me know if it's something that I could share with other people. Keep an eye out. I'm sure we're going to have lots of stories about God's goodness. All right, I also want to remind you of a couple other resources that are available to you. One is CCB, the Church Community Builder. It's our online platform that we're pushing a lot of information out. If you're not currently on that, please let me encourage you to get on it. It's the best way to stay in touch, especially now that we're not gathering together. If you're not sure how to get on there or what exactly that is, you can go to our website. There's a tab called COVID-19. You can go on there, and there's a lot more information on there, as well as links to sign up. There's also a calendar on CCB now that we're using that has a lot of the upcoming events for church-wide things that are happening to help keep you up to date. So do take advantage of that calendar. You can subscribe to it. We've got links on how to do all of that and a message that went out on CCB as well. All right. I also want to remind you that our deacons are a resource to you. As you're experiencing some tangible and practical needs, would you please let them know they want to help you, they want to love you well in that way? The best way to get a hold of our deacons is by emailing them. Their email address is deacons@thetownchurch.org. That's deacons@thetownchurch.org, and they would love to be of some help to you. And last resource I want to remind you of is we have various standing Zoom calls throughout the week. We've got noon prayer Monday through Thursdays. We've got some standing meetings that a pastor will for sure be at that you can just drop in and talk about whatever you'd like to talk about. We also have the elementary kids Zoom meeting just for the kids to see each other on Wednesdays. More information on all that is on our website on the tab called COVID-19. I want to end with a little bit of encouragement. For you parents that may be overwhelmed by all the homeschooling that's now happening, and for you spouses and the changes that are happening in your relationship and different dynamics, and for you students who thought you're going to be in school right now and said you're at home and things are changing, and for you singles who may be particularly lonely, especially if you live by yourself and all the changes that we experience, just let me remind us of a truth, that our God is steady. He doesn't change. We don't have to worry about what he's going to be like tomorrow. He is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. He's a rock that we can stand upon. And our God will always be worthy of our worship. No matter what changes that we're experiencing, no matter how our emotions and our feelings are changing, no matter how the circumstances around us are changing, our God doesn't change, and we can rest in that. So let me encourage you in that, church. I hope you have a great rest of your week.